In 2021, I created a WhatsApp group and named it AOD Space. At the time, there were just 6 ladies in it and they were all my mentors. Later that year, I decided to add a few more persons in my circle to it. Fast forward to November 2022, I had my first physical hangout in Benin Republic. Now, the idea was simple: have people come together to have honest conversations, share their struggles, students basically. And that was supposed to happen annually, but life happened. I got busy with work. I was a student at the time, so I got busy with academics, and it just couldn't continue as much as I would have loved it to. But the vision never really died. AOD Space continued. We decided that we're going to have quarterly meetings and would reflect on the goals for the last quarter, what we want to do in the next quarter, and we just catch up overall. Over the years, people came, I removed some people left, I dissolved a group, I created a new one. I've experimented with different formats for AOD Space, and it has made me discover what community really is about. And then this year, that same vision evolved into Growth Corner. That decision came from two things. First was the constant demand I was getting from people who wanted to join AOD Space, and I knew that AOD Space was supposed to be intimate. I couldn't let everybody in, so I decided to branch out to AOD's Growth Corner. The second part is because for over 3 years, everything I've been doing for AOD Space has been impact-based with little or no visibility. So I decided that I needed more visibility for that vision. So that was like the origin story for AOD's Growth Corner. 6 months in, and one thing has become clear: it gets harder before it gets easier. Currently, AOD's Growth Corner is at the harder phase. Building a community or building anything at all is not an easy task. It requires consistency, sacrifice, money, and it requires you to show up even on days when your excitement seems to have faded. You have to keep believing in something long before anyone else really understands the vision. I genuinely believe in what this vision can become. And if I had waited until I had everything figured out in 2021 before starting with AOD Space and those 6 ladies, many of the lives that have been impacted over these years would have never been touched. Some people found accountability, others built meaningful friendships, some developed better habits, others became better readers, and some people found a space where they could feel seen and heard. And that's just enough for me. It reminds me of something very important. Clarity comes on the way, not before you start. It comes on the way. You don't always begin with the full blueprint. Sometimes the only thing you have is the conviction to take the first step. And as you keep moving, the vision becomes clearer, your capacity grows, and what started as a small idea begins to evolve into something bigger than you. So if you forget everything I've said here today, do not forget this: clarity comes on the way. And most importantly, don't forget to register for this month's edition of Growth Corner. The link is in my bio. Bye!